What is going on, fight fans and full-time family? Triple C defeated Dominick Cruz, became the first man to finish Dominick Cruz, and became one of the greatest combat sport athletes of all time last night. And not only did he impress with his performance over Dominick Cruz in historic fashion, but he also retired, which was extremely surprising to me. I mean, I just when I thought this guy couldn't surprise me. I mean, that blew my mind. And what a time. You talk about going out on top. There really wasn't much more for Henry Cejudo to do except for maybe try and capture a third belt, but even that he wouldn't have them all three at the same time, so it's not the same. He could go back down and fight Deiveson Figueiredo for that vacant title, because Deiveson Figueiredo knocked out Joseph Benavidez, but he missed weight, so now the title's still vacant. I thought Henry Cejudo would go back down after this fight, but I mean, retiring, I could see him coming back. He is 32 years old. You know, a lot of people talked about the age before this fight, as if Henry Cejudo was much younger than Dominick Cruz. You know, Dominick Cruz is like 34, 35. Cejudo's 32, 33. He's only like 2 years older than him. So, but man, the fight, though. Let's talk about the fight. Henry Cejudo, I mean, he finished Dominick Cruz. He started off with the knee. You see the blood on Henry Cejudo's face. That actually came from a clash of heads. But before that, Dominick Cruz was he was looking good in the fight, man. You know, Dominick Cruz was coming off of a 3.5 year layoff, but this wasn't the first time he's done that. And Dominick Cruz was going against Henry Cejudo, who is a former Olympic gold medal, multiple time UFC champion. And think about Henry Cejudo's resume now. He's got a win over the greatest fighter of all time, Demetrius Johnson, one of the greatest fighters of all time. He's got a win over TJ Dillashaw, knocked him out, and he tested positive for steroids. So, and now he's got the first finish over Dominick Cruz. What? Demetrius Johnson, TJ Dillashaw, Dominick Cruz. Finish TJ, finish Dominic. That is a impressive UFC resume. That is legendary shit right there. And to retire now, wow. That's 2 divisions in limbo. The flyweight title was already vacant. Now the bantamweight title is vacant. Wow. This is a lot to take in. You know, a lot you could talk about. I mean, what's next for flyweight? What's next for bantamweight? Flyweight, you got Deiveson Figueiredo, who's of course going to be in the next title fight. But who else? He just beat Joseph Benavidez. What happens to the flyweight division with no Cejudo? He's the one that supposedly saved the division, and now he's gone. He abandoned it just as quick as he saved it. Title's vacant. Bantamweight division, you've got guys that can carry the torch. You've got Aljamain Sterling, Piotr Jan. You've got some killers in this bantamweight division up here that can fight for the title, but Henry Cejudo is going to be looming over these divisions for a while. He could have opportunities outside of the cage. He could go do things like WWE, but he could also return. He could also go, you know, he talked about starting a family. He could return in a couple of years, man. Henry Cejudo could definitely do it. But who knows? He might not need to, man. But honestly, looking back on Henry Cejudo's career so far, it was an amazing career. I mean, cringe aside, he had an amazing professional fighting career, and he's one of the greatest combat sport athletes of all time, because it wasn't just a UFC career, it was also an Olympic level, gold medal level wrestling career. So man, congrats to Henry Cejudo. What a phenomenal fight, what a phenomenal performance. I mean, finished Dominick Cruz. He kneed him in the head. Dominick Cruz he really ducked into it. I mean, it was just perfect timing from Henry Cejudo. He followed it up with I was laughing with my friends because they kept saying 11 unanswered shots, but like 4 of them like missed. But either way, there was some unanswered shots, but they just kept repeating 11, and it looked like it kind of pissed Dominick Cruz off. Dominick Cruz thought the stoppage was a little early, but when the stoppage happened, he was just eating them, man. And he had already got kneed in the face, but it is a championship fight, so of course, rather than lose, he would rather go out on his shield. But hey, man, Triple C, Henry Cejudo, retiring after being the first man to finish Dominick Cruz. I mean, just epic performance on the epic fight card. With that being said, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think in the Discord. Link is in the description. I'm out.